So this is a table which you can use to compare the types of surfaces. If we are comparing which one is a good absorber. So why a good absorber is a good emitter? Look, the simple, because it take more energy, so it release more energy. Example, if I say you have two objects of same size but different texture. One is shiny surface, silver, and another one is dull and black. Say 100 joules of energy is incident. Okay. 100 joules of energy is incident on a black object, and same 100 joule of energy is incident on the shiny silver object. Out of 100, it reflects, it's not a good reflector, but for example, just an example, it reflects 10 joules. Out of 100, it really reflected 10 joules. And out of 100, this reflected 90 joules. Which one, the question is, which one is a good reflector? The surface, this one is A, B. Which one is a good reflector when you compare? 100 joule is incident. Out of 100, 90 joule is reflected by B and 10 joule is reflected by A. So which one is a good reflector? So because most of the energy is bounced back, so this is a good reflector. This one is a poor reflector because now, so how much energy it will absorb? So how much energy will be absorbed? It will absorb 90 joule because 10 is reflected. How much energy this will absorb? Only 10 joule, because greater amount of energy is reflected. Which one is a good absorber? So A is a good absorber. Where this is a poor absorber. Now what happened, because this object will not keep this 90 joule for a longer period of time, and after some time it will release that 90 joule. It will emit out that 90 joule and come back to the same room temperature. So which one is a good emitter? Which one is releasing because it absorbed 90, so it will release 90. It only absorbed 10, so it will release 10. So which one is good emitter or release greater amount of energy? So A is a good emitter. And B is a poor emitter. Which surface will show a greater change in the temperature when absorb energy? A or B? Which one will show a greater change in temperature when absorb energy? So A will show a greater change in temperature. Greater change in temperature means both rise and fall. Because it absorb energy, temperature will rise more. When it release energy, temperature will fall. This will show a smaller change in temperature. Is it clear? So example, if I say both are at 20 degrees in the beginning, both of the surface is 20, it absorb energy, so its temperature will rise to higher value, like 25. And when it will lose energy, it will return back to, but this absorbed small amount of energy, maybe 1 degree rise in temperature, and then it will return back to the same original temperature after losing the heat energy. So dull and dark surfaces are good absorber and good emitter, and they show a greater change in temperature, even it is a rise in temperature or a fall in temperature. Both cases it will be greater change. So these are the methods of energy transfer: conduction, convection, and radiation. Now some questions to check your understanding. Question 2. What could be the answer? Conduction, convection, radiation topic. What could be the answer? Everyone should participate. Don't bother about the wrong answer, or if you are shy of saying your answer, uh, you can use a chat as a private and just mention the answer, but participate. That is important thing. So two otherwise identical car, one is black, one is white, same initial temperature. They are left in a bright sun and the temperature rises, and at night the temperature decreases. Which one show a greater rise in temperature and fall in temperature? What's the correct answer? Actually, A is the right answer. Why A is the right answer? I give you just this example. What's the reason? Like, what happened? Say you have a black car and you have say a white car. I cannot draw white here, so I'm using another color. Dull, and so same amount of energies, and initially they mentioned they are at same temperature. Like example, a black car at 20, the white car is also at 20. When you park them and left them in a bright sunshine, their temperature rise. So same amount of energy absorbed. Which one will show a greater? Like example, if 100 joules, which one? This will reflect most of it. Like example, maybe 90 joules is reflected, only 10 joule is absorbed. So this will cause a small change in temperature. But this is a dull and dark surface, so it will reflect very small amount is reflected and most of that is absorbed. So when most is absorbed, it will show a greater change in temperature. So that's why its temperature rises more. Now at night, what happened? It start to emit out energy. Which one emit out more energy? Because dull and dark surfaces are good absorber and good emitter. So the dark surface will emit out more energy. So if it is at 25 degrees centigrade, it will return back to the same temperature by releasing greater amount of energy. So the greater rise in temperature will be there and greater fall in temperature. That's why A is the right answer. Is it clear, this explanation? Why A is the right answer? Because dull dark surface absorb more energy, release greater amount of energy, so shows greater change in temperature for both rise and fall. They are good absorbers and they are good emitters. Question 3, what could be the answer? A liquid is heated in a beaker. The density of a liquid changes as the density of a liquid changes as the temperature increases. This causes energy transfer throughout the liquid. how does the density change and what is the energy transfer process? So as the temperature increases, that volume increases, so density decrease, and it is by convection. So B is a right answer. The thermal energy, of the thermal transfer of energy through a copper rod involve electrons and the second process. What is the method of thermal energy transfer and what is the second process? Yeah, show your participation, everyone. Try to participate so that it shows your understanding of the topic. The diagram shows four spherical objects of same temperature. Two of them are small and two of them are large. Two of them are white and two are black. Which object emit infrared radiation at a greatest rate? Emitter. Dull and dark surfaces are good absorbers and good emitters. So when you check, because this is a B and D are the dull surface, so definitely they are good. But you can see a large size, so it will also be a good emitter as compared to small size. Question 9. Question 9. So 9B is the right answer because the metal rod is a better conductor. That's why you will feel colder. It take your energy.
Sir,
Yes.
can you move to the question about the spheres?
Yes.
Sir, D has a smaller surface area compared to B. So won't it like absorb,
D is
won't it affect any absorption?
D is smaller. You have to compare the size. When you compare size, surface area, it's a sphere, a spherical object. This is a big sphere, so it will have large surface area. And this is a small sphere, so it will have small surface area.
Oh, okay, sorry, sir, I got confused. Thank you, sir.
Okay, no problem. Okay. So, question 10, what could be the answer for question 10? Because copper is a metal, so lattice vibration and the movement of electron. That's true. So these are, if any question you want me to repeat or you are not able to understand why, because it's a metal. So metal have lattice vibration, that's one thing. And there is also a movement of high energy electron. That so both method happen. Conduction is the vibration of the lattice, but there is also a movement of electron in the metal.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Sir, for the cars, the black and the white car, and the heat night and day.
Yes, yes.
Sir, can it be also explained by the different for the black car it will have, or both will have greater heat gradient because like greater temperature, so to the surroundings.
Yeah, so greater temperature to the surroundings, so greater change in temperature will occur. That's also true.
So a steeper concentration gradient. I mean, not concentration, heat gradient.
Heat gradient.
Yeah.
Okay, in this question, we were, yeah. Question 11. Question 11. What could be the answer? So what happened? The air expand and become less dense, and less dense, it will always rise. So cold air will move towards. Question 12. Four rods are made from different metals. The rod have equal length and equal diameter. The rod are heated and there's a 1 degree rise in temperature. Which metal is the best conductor of all are conductor because all around the allowing the heat energy to pass? But question is, which one is the best? So if it's a best conductor, it should show a change in the temperature or transfer the heat energy in a short time. So the one which is taking the shortest time is best conductor, because all are same. The rods are heated at one end in the same way, and the temperature of the other end is rising by 1 degree. But which metal is the best conductor? The one which show a change in temperature in a short time, so it transfer the heat energy quickly. Question 14. A metal surface of a kettle is hot. So the surface is hot, okay, and air will come in contact. So air molecules come in contact with the kettle. The question is, what happened to the cool air outside the kettle when it will come in contact with a hot kettle? So if the cold air come in contact with a hot kettle, they absorb energy, move away from each other, and as they move away from each other, they will rise. So volume increase, so density will decrease and it will rise. Because a cool air is in contact with a hot kettle. So cool air will absorb energy, the molecules of air will move away from each other and they will rise as the density decreases. Is it clear? Question 15. What could be the answer? Which method or methods of energy transfer are prevented by vacuum? Means which of the energy transfer cannot take place in vacuum? Yeah, so A is the right answer. Conduction and convection We need a particle radiation. It can happen or occur through vacuum. Question 16. What's the answer? Question 16. Question 16, C is the right answer because there's a vacuum between sun and earth. So through the space, energy transfer by radiation. A cupboard is placed in front of a heater. So you can see the heater is there and there's a cupboard and there's a gap. So air can move. The question is, which row describe the temperature and the direction of movement of air in the gap? Means which direction the air will move, towards right or left, or what kind of air is this? Hot air or cold air? So what happened in this one? Because the hot air which is near the heater absorb energy, volume increases, density decreases, so hot air will rise up. So the cold air will take position and it will move towards the heater to set up a convection current. So it's a cold air and it is moving towards the heater. Question 18. Which statement about transfer of thermal energy is correct? So all metals conduct equally well, not equally well. Some conduct more, some conduct less. So this cannot be an answer. Convection can only occur in solid. No, it occur in liquid and gases. That's wrong. Convection occur in a liquid because hot liquid is more dense. Hot liquid is less dense. So we are left with option D. Electromagnetic radiation means it can pass through vacuum. If a radiation can travel or pass through vacuum, we call that as electromagnetic radiation. Question 19. The diagram shows a heater above a thermometer and thermometer bulb is in position. Which row show how the heat energy transfers from heater and reaches the thermometer? So basically, yeah, D is the right because they are not in contact, so conduction cannot happen. Convection, what happened when the air absorb energy, it always rise up. The hot air rise up, so there is no convection. If the thermometer was at this position, then there will be a convection. So we are left with only radiation. Question 22, the diagram shows a refrigerator. A cooling unit is placed at the top. So cooling unit remove the energy. As it remove the energy, the volume decrease, density increase, and this will sink or move downward. So C is the right answer. So these are few questions related to topic conduction, convection, and radiation. Tomorrow we'll discuss about thermometers, and that is the last topic of this block 2, thermal physics. Any doubt related to the class?